What is up, everybody? Collector Joey here, and today I have an awesome unboxing for you guys, and a very controversial one at that. This is going to be the Sideshow General Grievous. I'm a little late to the party on this figure, but I'm glad I finally have this in the collection, and I can't wait to get into this one. Tell me what you think about this figure down there in the comment section below. Also, while you're down there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get to the video. And here he is right here, the Sideshow General Grievous box. I think this looks awesome. I can't wait to get into it. But first off, I want to talk a little bit about the box. Now, I am tired of waiting for Hot Toys to make a General Grievous, so I decided to go out and pick it up despite all the controversy. So this thing is something I've been wanting for a while because I do have the Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan, and I want him to go with this guy. So this is a huge box. It reminds me a little bit of the Hot Toys box. We do have the 6 scale down here. It says that, and it has the Sideshow logo, also the Star Wars logo right there, and then General Grievous up front and center. That is a picture of the actual figure. You have just some different coloring going on, and then on the back you have another picture of the figure that looks really cool. Let's get a little bit more detail in there. That's an awesome picture, guys. But this box is pretty simple. It does say Sideshow down here and a barcode down there, and then on top it does say Star Wars. But enough talk, let's actually get inside and see what it looks like. So here's what was inside the lid right here. We'll get to this a little bit later, but let's talk about this beautiful artwork. I just absolutely love the way General Grievous looks, and this artwork just does him so much justice. It's beautiful. It's kind of like what we usually get from Hot Toys, little art piece in there, and you could probably frame it. I don't know the dimensions, but that would be awesome to frame it next to the figure. Now we have this big piece of foam, and I'm pretty sure Grievous is right under it. There he is right there. Man, he looks pretty good first glance. Now let me take the figure out real quick and we'll look at it for a second and then get back to the accessories. So here is the figure right here up close. It looks awesome, guys. I can tell some of the paint apps aren't the craziest like Hot Toys are, but I can't wait to get into it a little bit more. I do feel a little bit of wobble in these joints too, so we'll test it out a little bit later like I said, but let's get to those accessories. So here are all the accessories that you do get with General Grievous. I usually don't lay them out like this, I just take them out of the box, but this box is kind of weird, so I just wanted to lay them out. First off, we'll talk about this base. Now I know a lot of people don't like this base, and I kind of don't either. It's a weird one, so it's permanently attached right there. I think it is. Oh no, it can come off. So this can come off, but you kind of need this stabilizer to have him stand up correctly. And it does twist around, which is nice. So maybe it will be good. I don't know. I'll try it out a little bit later. Then we do have a blaster, which is painted okay. It has a little gold or copper sheen to it. It has some weathering. They tried to at least put some in here. A little bit here and there, but it looks good overall. I think this looks, you know, decent for a Sideshow piece. And then we do have some of the arms. So it comes with these, so he can detach the arms and have 4, you know, 10, I don't know, arms, I guess. I keep saying arms, but that's what they are. So you have 2 sets of those right here. The fingers can bend, but they're not fully articulated, and it looks like they'll be able to hold the lightsabers good though. It looks like that, but some of the articulation is a little iffy on those fingers. They feel pretty, kind of. You just gotta mess with it, I guess. We'll check it out later, but yeah, it does not feel good. But I know you can use different things like nail polish and stuff like that, and joint fix. So you can bend at the elbow and bend at the wrist right there as well, and do all kind of crazy things with those arms. Then we have some lightsabers. Now for some reason these are magnetic. I don't know why, but they do have a really good shine to them. All of them do, but like I said, they do stick together. I don't know why. It's is there something I'm missing? If there is, let me know down in the comment section. But you get a few of them. This one's more of a black one right here, which looks cool, black and gold. And then you have a silver one again, and then you have all 4 without the actual light in them. And look, see, they go together like that. And the same ones, it's just they don't have the blade in them, but they're really detailed. I like them for a Sideshow. Like I said, pretty good. Then we have his staff right here, which, hey, right here, it looks like it's lit up, which I'm not mad at. This looks awesome. This is something that I would actually try to get him in a pose with. So I like this. This reminds me of Revenge of the Sith in the beginning. So there we go. And then last but not least, we have this cape right here. It feels pretty nice. I can feel the texturing in it. The red looks good. There's a little bit of patterning going on underneath. And then the inside, ooh, it's a pretty big cape. We have this logo right there. The inside looks really nice. Or is this the inside or the outside? I think this is the outside and this is the inside. Okay, so oh yeah, so this is the inside where you can put these lightsabers in right here. So you know how he was like, I'm gonna add another one to my collection, and he put them in here. Let's see if I can get, boom, there they go. Maybe this magnet mechanism is like holds it all together. I don't know, but you can put them in there, which is really cool. You can have them like opening the cloak and showing them all. That looks really awesome. So there's the back part of it. Nice texture. It feels like it would drape well as well. But there you go. There is the cape. That's all the accessories. Now let's get the figure back out here and talk about it a little bit more. And back to the figure itself, General Grievous looking great. Now we're going to start off with the head. The head looks nice. It's really nicely painted. For Sideshow, I keep having to say for Sideshow because I think Hot Toys would knock this out of the park with that detail painting, but it looks good. It is a plasticky feel though. It doesn't feel like crazy, but it's good enough for me. You do have a lot of detail inside around the neck area, and this goes around there. And I believe, can you open this up? No, you can't, but the chest is kind of clear and see-through, and you can see kind of organs inside, which sounds kind of nasty, but you can see it through there. And then we do have the arms. These don't split into two, but you know, they do bend at the elbow. I'm really scared with this figure, guys. They do bend right here like that. We'll go through that in the articulation. Man, I just really don't want to touch this. Now I see what people say, but his arms do hold up though. It's like pointed straight down and it's not falling at all. So that's good. That's a good sign. The legs do feel sturdy though, and you do have these knees on the ratcheted joints. The legs look really crazy, but I'm pretty sure that this can hold up pretty well. I hope so. I could be wrong. And onto the back, we just have some more weathering. Oh, well, maybe a little bit there, guys. Maybe a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Some shoulder pads right there. I like the back, looks really cool. So that's the figure right there. Now let's try some articulation real quick. So what I usually do is with the head. Now it doesn't seem like you will have a lot of articulation with the head. You could move it a little bit, but not too much. And then the arms can, oh man, this is nerve-wracking. I don't know how this goes. So yeah, I don't know. Can you even, I don't want to break it, guys. So to kick out, you can, of course, 360 this thing all the way around. And then, oh man, these look so scary. As you can see, you're moving it like that. That's some articulation. And then the elbow can bend 90 degrees like that. You got some wrist articulation. Man, this is just something you do not want to manhandle. Oh gosh. There you go. You can twist this, and the wrist does twist. I don't want to do that right now. And then you can kick out. No, you cannot kick out the leg. Oh yeah, you can, to the back, about that far. Forward. A lot. You could see way more than 90 degrees. And then the knee does have a double jointed knee. I mean, look at that. You could touch the back of his butt almost with his foot. So that's a good articulation. Some more articulation down here on the foot as well. And you can spin this around like a fan if you want to. So there is some awesome articulation with this, but I will say it is very, very flimsy. Probably the most flimsy character that I have ever, had to handle. And I don't know if I like it, but this is kind of a figure I knew I had to, pose and forget about it and just enjoy what it is. So what I'm going to do is get him on the turntable, maybe put him in a couple poses with the cape on, and then I'll tell you some pros and cons about it. So let's get to it. So first off, I did want to pose Grievous next to, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi from Revenge of the Sith. This is so iconic. This is exactly what I wanted to do with these figures. Hopefully the module cases come in so I can fit both these together like this. Also, I wanted to show him really quickly without the cape on and all the arms on. This looks awesome. I think this might be my favorite pose to have him in without the cape and have all the arms on with the lightsabers. But now I do want to get into some pros and cons, so let's get into it. My first pro would be the weathering on the white parts of the armor. It looks great, especially in the edges and pitting around the face and neck. The second pro would be the cape. It's nicely tailored with a beautiful red on the interior. I also like the fact that you can store the lightsabers in it like he does in the movie. Another pro would be the green section of his chest. It's a little see-through so you can see his heart and organs inside. This is a great attention to detail that I really love. Last pro would be the staff. I think it looks great. The chrome finish at the end of each side makes it look really nice. I'm sure if you had Photoshop or something like that to light up this purple electricity, it would look that much better in photos. Now that we got the pros out the way, it's time to talk about those cons. First con would be the weathering on the darker parts. Just doesn't convince me. It looks like someone just brushed on silver paint and that's it. Second con would be the base. It's just such a weird shape and doesn't let the feet sit flush to the ground in some angles. Next con would be how flimsy this thing is. When people told me that just touching this figure could break it, they aren't lying. Another con would be obviously how loose the joints are, and they are really loose around the hip area too. I couldn't get him to stand straight up without kind of balancing it, so that was it. But granted, you can put the figure in a pose if you want to. You just got to be really careful. The last con would be the lack of articulation in the head and neck area. It is possible to move, but it does feel pretty tight whenever you're moving it. Now, this was a hard figure to rate for me because I love the look and presence of this character in the collection, but it does come with some headaches. So overall, I'll give this figure a 7.5 out of 10. I love the fact that this Grievous does fit in the prequel collection perfectly. I'm glad I finally have that representation of him in the collection. I know one day Hot Toys will tackle this figure and make it 20 times better, but for now, this will do. I couldn't be any happier. But I want to know your opinion down there in those comments below. Do you have this figure? Have you been wanting it? Or are you avoiding it overall and getting the Hot Toys one? While you're down in that comment section, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more unboxings and news and live streams. Anyways, it's been Collector Joey. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.